All right, good morning, everybody. Thanks for watching. My name is Nathan Farish, and I'm a personal trainer and a tech worker. So I created these follow-along workouts to help people like me who are sitting at a desk all day feel better in their body. Now, I understand that it's hard to fit it into a busy day when you have family, you have work, you have all these responsibilities. So I'm going to try to make this as simple and as quick as possible so that you can do this in between meetings or in between commitments. So let's get into it. All you're gonna need is a little bit of ground space. We're gonna start with a little bit of spinal movement, some breath work, try to flush some blood through our body, make sure we're getting some fresh fluids to our organs. And then secondly, we're gonna do our hips and our shoulders. So if you have any sort of injury with any of those, just try to follow along with the modifications that I offer. So we're gonna start with something called a rocking sit-up. So just watch first. We're gonna hug our knees in tight, we're gonna roll back, and then we're just gonna sit up really, really tall. Again, tuck those elbows. And the idea is to get really long through the spine. So you're gonna dig your heels in and reach. We're gonna spend 60 seconds doing this one here. So go ahead and find some ground. We'll get going in 3, 2, 1. Dig the heels, arms to ears. Breathing through it. So you can get your ribs to stack over top of your hips. You sit up. And add a little rotation at the top too. Feels really nice to the spine when you get a little bit of twist and breathe out through it. Okay, we're gonna go one more. There we go. All right, friends, so what we're gonna get into next is a little bit of an opener now for our upper back and our shoulders. So if you sit at a desk all day, this is gonna feel really nice. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our one left leg out to the side and our right knee is gonna be parallel to that. So we're gonna start by reaching away from our left leg and we're gonna sit back into our left hip, try to reach across our body, touch your shin or even your foot. You're gonna get a really nice stretch to your groin and through your mid-back. So we're here, we're gonna go ahead and sit forward with the hips, twisting up and away. So from the front, this one's called the diagonal stretch because we're gonna come out on a diagonal. So we're gonna go forward here and then sitting back. And I encourage you to tuck your toes on this bottom leg here. So if you come from the side, toes are tucked down. Let's get into that. So we're gonna come up nice and tall. Arms are gonna come up, reaching away from the body. Twist. And then as you sit your hips back, you're gonna reach across your body. Try to touch your shin, get a little bit of a stretch here. And if you're just joining me, we're just gonna find some floor space. We're gonna get a little groin stretch here. Kick your leg out parallel to your bottom leg. Arms reaching away to start. And then we're gonna go ahead and sit all the way back. Breathe through it. And we spend about 30 seconds here stretching this left groin. And I can see we got a few people joining. So if you are joining, just type your name in so I know who's with me. And we're just doing a little bit of a hip stretch right now. So I encourage you guys, find some floor space. We're dropping into our left hip here, getting a little bit of a groin stretch. So reaching up and away, and then coming down and across. Come read this. Nika, what's going on? Good to see you. So let's switch legs. We're gonna take our left knee down to the ground. We're gonna go right leg parallel to that left leg here. So you're getting a little bit of stretch to the groin from the beginning. You're gonna reach away from that bottom leg. Big breath. And then we're gonna drop into our hips, reach across our body, find that stretch in the groin, and then repeat that for about 45 seconds. Coming up and around, twisting. And as you sit back, slide your hips towards the wall behind you. Breathe through it. You guys keep going. Good to see that. Awesome. Let's get another 10 seconds of that rotation. Oh, this one feels really good when you've been sitting all day. Last one here. And down. Beautiful. All right, so now what we're gonna do for our shoulders next. I'm just gonna turn it from the side so you can see what's going on, but we'll stay kneeling, or you can even do half kneeling if that's a little easier on your knees. And we're just gonna work our arms through a really big circle. So it looks like this. I'm gonna come all the way behind me, cross over the lower back. But the intent here is to go really slow and just try to twist the arms as much as you can. You might even find it nice to cross over the back of the neck. So from the back here, we're doing 60 seconds. Call these swimmers. And they're really good for shoulder mobility. So thumbs back, twist the hands around, reach for the sky, and then just crossing over the lower back. You're gonna come back around. Really good. Keep that going. So turn and face. So it takes about 10 seconds to do one rep here. Try to go really slow and try not to let your head or your back move here, okay? Try to watch what your ribs and your neck are doing. Just the arms moving big, big circles. Don't forget to breathe through this. We carry a lot of tension with our breath. Exhaling and releasing that tension with every exhale is the goal here. All right, we're going to finish up with the last rep here. Finish up wherever you are. Perfect. Let's get into our hips here. So now we're going to take a seat. I'm going to have you sit back. You can rest on your hands. Your knees are going to be wide, and you're going to be up on your heels like this. Let's call this a bear position. So what I'm going to do from here, I'm going to take my right leg, twist it across my body. I'm going to hold that pinch in the top of the hip for a second. I'm going to open it up as wide as I can, and then drop the other leg deep into a little bit of rotation. So you get a pinch on the top of the hip. Hold that. 2, 1. Same thing, other side. So I'm trying to keep my body facing the camera, but my knees coming across my body. My outside leg is pulling away. So you should feel your glute on the outside. On the inside leg, your groin is working. If you feel it's a little too tense or too much of a pinch, just regress it. Don't come as far. Okay, we're going to go one more each side. Breathe into it. Big exhale as you drop that knee down. Really good. Welcome if anybody else is new joining. We're just taking a seat, getting a little hip mobility in. Awesome job, guys. So now we're going to turn all the way into what we call 90-90. So 90-90 means those two 90-degree angles at your knees. Just think 2 L shapes. Okay? You get really, really tall here. And what we're going to do is we're going to push down through our hand on the outside. We're going to lift our hips off the ground, pushing down through both knees. So from the front, you're here leaning away. You're going to lift the hips, push them forward, and lift them up, and stretching all down through the side of your ribs there. So we reload, sitting really tall, up, forward with the hips, big breath out, and then come back down. Keep that going. We're going to go 30 seconds on the right here. So lifting, pushing down through the front shin. You got to stretch through this front of the back hip here. Really good. Keep it going. If it's too intense, just lean back or lean further away from your leg. If you can, sit up really, really tall, as I've done here. All right, so we're going to pivot around. Just flip those legs to the other side. Same thing. Look for 2 L shapes at the knee, and then you're going to come up and forward, pushing the hips through. Awesome. Keep that going. Just going to come read some comments here. Big stretch. That's right. Look at these guys. The squad is out. Keep it going, guys. I'm going to expect to see videos of each of you doing this at home. Any video evidence? Finishing up here. Last big rep. All right, my friends, we're going to stand on up. And this one is out for Nika, actually. I think we did this at her wedding. We're going to do a little crescent lunge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to step back as long as I can. There we go. And Kuz, because I didn't see you doing it when you were there, I'm going to need to see you do this now. So a really long lunge. We're going to drive our knee over the toe like this. And then we're going to take our arms up to our ears and just show our collarbone to the ceiling. And then we're going to come out of there. Think of scissoring your legs together as you stand up. And then you're going to drive that knee way over the toe again. Arms up to the ears. Big breath out. And then slide those feet together. Getting really long here. Standing tall. And we'll go one more on this side here. See if you can get that knee way over the toe, get really long through that back leg. And cresting crown of your head to the back foot. All right, other side, this is our last one, 5 reps. Take your time, get your knee way over the toe. Arms to ears and breathe. And when you come up, scissor the legs together. So pulling that back hip forward. Really good. We got 3 more. I find it really nice, actually, if you just stretch that arm away from that bottom leg, you'll get a nice stretch through your obliques and through your hip flexors. Maybe grab your wrist, pull it over. Awesome. And we got last one here. Deep into that lunge, hold it. And that is it. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Really appreciate you. The recording will be out afterwards if you want to follow the whole thing, and it's always available on YouTube. So if you ever need a quick 10-minute stretch, I encourage you to watch this and follow along. Amen. That could be taken many ways. Thanks, guys, for coming out. I really appreciate it, though, truly. These YouTube things are a little weird. I might have to go with Zoom next time, but it's good to see everybody's familiar faces on there. So thanks for coming, guys. All right, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.